In this video, I am finally going to show you how to open a Taobao store as a foreigner if you want to sell goods in China as an individual coming up. Now there's a lot to opening a Taobao store as a foreigner, so I decided to make a 3-part series. The first part is in this video where I'm going to discuss how to open and design your store so it's either on a mobile application or a desktop application. In the second part of the series, I'm going to go into how to list your products and descriptions properly so that you can get as much exposure as possible. In the third and final part of the series, I'm going to be discussing how to actually follow through on a purchase when it comes to the logistics, talking to the customer, and finally getting that money into your bank account after the purchase. Anyways, for the first part, let's get started.
So the first thing you got to do is to actually log into Taobao. So you go to Taobao.com and click on iTaobao. It's all in English for me because I have the Google Translate function on Google Chrome, but you can also turn it off and just click where I click. I find it easiest to log in by clicking on the QR code here and then logging in through your phone. If you don't have a Taobao account, please refer to this video up here, and I go through step by step on how to create a Taobao account. Once you're logged in, then you'll go back to the home page of Taobao, and then you're gonna go to where it says 前六 seller, and then you're gonna click on the first option. You can keep it in Chinese as well if you think it's confusing. Mine just automatically translates. You should see a page that looks like this. Think of this as a platform for sellers in China. Now, the first thing you need to do is to verify your ID. So to do that, you need to click on the verifications I did right here and go ahead and log in your Alipay. To log in your Alipay, just use your phone to log in your Alipay and scan the QR code. Then you'll continue on with the authentication process. You just click continue to authenticate. Something to note is that you must have a Chinese bank account to do this. If you want to sell online on Taobao, you must have a verified Alipay with a Chinese bank account. You cannot do this with a tour pass. I've tried. You'll then go back to the home page and then download the application because that will make your life easier. You can click up here and go to download. Once you download, you can select to download the Windows version by clicking these buttons or the Android version. I'm going to use the Windows version for this example because it's simple.
2 hours later.
After that painful download process, you can continue on with installing the application, and it looks like this. Now, you may get a prompt right here to scan a QR code if you want to download the mobile version of this, or the Android or the iPhone version, which could be helpful if you're on the go and want to continue doing business. But for this example, we're going to continue on by clicking right here. Now, you need to scan in one more time. Just click on the QR code, and you can scan in either using your Taobao to go ahead and continue on with the platform. And welcome to the platform for sellers using Taobao. So now I'm going to introduce the entire platform just to simplify it for you because it can be overwhelming. On the top here is the main operations for your whole store. You can see the different options here for what you've already sold, the shipping status, and other. Then if you go down here, think of this as transaction management. You can see items that have already been sold. You can also manage and look at the comments here. And you can see the money that has already been received. Then think of this area as for advertising. So you can use this area to advertise to Weibo or Chinese social media, TikTok, and do all those videos and all that fun stuff. This one is shipment status, or I guess, yeah, shipments. So you can see the different options here that you've already shipped, where in the process it is in the shipment, if the customer's already received, the customer service. But you can select if the customer pays for the shipping, if you pay for the shipping, or if you use a third party entirely for the shipping. Now this area is for your products that you're going to sell. I'll go into greater detail about this in the part 2 of this series, but this first section is the products that are actually live that the customers can see. The second section is any products that you put on the cloud that are waiting for approval. And the last one is to check the legality of your product. So if you click there, there's a process for them to check and make sure your products are legal and okay to sell in Taobao. And here you can actually manage your store. You can see a design for the actual store itself, and you can store items and images in the cloud up to 1 GB for free. and you can even select to manage how the cell phone or the Android version of the store would look like here. So you can see every one of these options. You can actually choose what options you want to pin and not pin. For starters, we're just gonna name our store for this first step in this first tutorial and just go on forward. So
social media for any one-on-one consultation that I may not have answered in this video. I usually respond within 24 hours and your presence will be greatly appreciated. Anyways, keep surviving and I'll catch you in the next one. Feel free to watch my other videos related to having a better lifestyle in China or go straight into part 2 on how to open a Taobao store as a foreigner.